Welcome back. Just got to Sightseal, or who came out and talked to us. And pick up left off.
On the men! Can't even smell the sea air over this plot.
Side sail, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels.
Got a bunch of quests that I can start doing. I can go talk to Arhu.
Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
I can't even smell the sea air over this plot.
And looks like that's about it. Okay. What's this?
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtius, proud protector of this house of Legion goods. This is a storing house for Legion supplies, perhaps the most important building in the realm, by my and others' estimation. And I, Sergeant Curtius, have been trusted to guard it.
Do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a turn of phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
This place reeks of
Report!
stench.
I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands.
I'm gonna head to town and go get some new skill books. I'm doing this on Tactician, even though my experience with this game is pretty limited. The first couple fights were a little rough, so hopefully it goes better. I can pick up some new companions and some new skills. Where am I going?
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! So what do you
It's gonna
think?
be interesting.
Should I snag a fish?
Made a big cheese on your broth with a wheel of the good stuff.
Just making sure I'm
Watch the undead quiver in
streaming
their
at a-
mouldy boots.
proper bit rate, I guess.
See. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Heavenly herring, delicious dog.
Everyone needs a hand now and then. Take the fish, and none but us will be the wiser.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Sure. Everyone needs a hand, but who are we to offer the merchant's hand without his consent? He should leave the fish be.
Take the most utilitarian approach.
Whether the merchant loses a fish or this man goes hungry, someone will suffer in this equation. We might as well help the man in the most dire need.
Heavenly herring,
Yeah, sure.
delicious dogfish.
I never would have expected the finest source hunter in the land to encourage thievery. Your judgment is the gold
So I
standard.
get to
you know.
rock, paper, scissors against myself. Alright.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver
Super
arrows.
riveting.
Let's see. Hello?
No, we'll do as I say.
That's the spirit! Or should I say, the soul?
Oh no.
This batch is only
That's
out
terrible.
on the 38.
I have so many regrets now.
Sir, did you just steal that fish?
No, I paid for it. The merchant just left, but I paid. I paid before.
You were a witness to this event now? Tell me what happened.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Don't want him to go to jail for a fish. Alright.
This man is telling the truth. He paid for that fish fair and square.
Scrap of gold.
I don't know. I kind of want to see what Scatfish tells. What happens if Scatfish tells the truth?
Indeed he did not. He's a thief
Oh my God.
and should be punished.
Fine. Have it your way.
What kind of monster are you? You encourage me to take the fish and then throw me to the wolves. Curse you!
Come along quietly. You did the crime, sir, and the sentence is yours alone.
Sorry, my dude.
You! Hypocrites and traitors! I thought Saw-Sunchers were supposed to help the people, not lure them into crime and punishment. You! Hypocrites and traitors!
So nobody wins. Alright.
Dearest customer, I've never seen an aura so plagued by ether. Thank Astarte, I've just the earth scroll to ground you.
I have a feeling I'm going to need a lot of resolution scrolls, so I'm going to take those. And... just hide yourself this. Definitely want to get rain. It's pretty valuable. This crap.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens. Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Have anybody that uses wands, right? No.
Join the Stunt Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
We only get 74 for sentient clam.
Made a big change on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Gotta be able to get more than that, right?
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
I don't know if I want
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's
Sour
cheese,
Frost or
tomatoes.
Freezing Touch.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Probably Freezing Touch.
Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Take some empty bottles.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Let's go talk to this girl then. Wrong way.
Potions to bemuscle you, scrolls to entussle you. Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter? Like I told just about every legionnaire in town, I don't know anything about poor Jake's murder. I want his killer found and tried, but everyone suspects me of this evil deed. And you're no different, are you? So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab chasers down the pub call me a murderous gold digger and you believe them? These insinuations truly go beyond the pale. Oh, I think I'm getting one of my headaches.
She seems to be quite adamant about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. Were that I had been there to partake in the battle. But my duties lie here, sworn as I am to protect Lady Esmeralda from the rabble that would enforce summary justice on her, even though she is, until proven guilty, wholly innocent.
I think it's weird that in this fantasy universe, you're investigating the murder of a dude named Jake. Like, was like Chad too basic?
Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. He was well loved in all of Sicily. The Council of Seven couldn't have wished for a better ambassador. That he of all people should have braved the undead siege for so long, only to be so fair a lady I have seldom seen in all of Rivellon, my friend. And I have traveled more extensively than migratory birds do. She stands accused of murder. But in my mind, her presumed guilt is a fallacy, and indeed a fabric. Steadfast will I guard her. Never will I waver unless absolute proof of her culpability should be brought before me. And I hold no such proof.
Okay. Guess we'll go to the tavern.
A good day to you.
Maybe we'll go talk to Arhu.
Any real damage? Are you joking?
I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured. Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough, but she's no more than a wild animal. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim at a fat old rat trotting along the city walls. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and lunged right at me.
Bit Tull you right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty, and now it's got a chunk ripped off it to boot.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
Well, that's to be decided. She doesn't seem to be sick, despite Tully's moaning. We can't keep her here forever, but we can't well send her into the wilds again, can we?
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Perhaps it'd be worth taking this stranger under our wing. She'll likely come in handy if we can trust her to watch.
After all, a fearless hunter might prove quite useful.
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for her after all, Tull.
Sorry, sir. Heed me, Source Hunter. She's not good for anything more than cannon fodder. And don't turn your back on her when she's got that bow within arm's reach.
Just so you know, their daughter's a pimp.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge crew. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
It's a bow, though.
Attention! About face!
Don't know if I'm gonna stick with their daughter because I've already got a ranger and she seems kind of
Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew.
Source Hunter, I have heard tales both grand and terrible about the world of humans. In Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Yeah, you probably look out for people because they might tell you to steal a fish and then turn your own cops.
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits!
If you say it is so, then wary I will be. As the god wolf Amira commanded Threes. Win you from your wicked world, or cold company will corrupt you.
About face!
That's all. So, what you have? Plus ricochet, poisoning, and power scans. Just gonna go this way.
About face!
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear? Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot.
Don't have enough for anything right now. I can sell this. And... anything that's worth it. Painting of a landscape. Okay, now I can get something.
Nevertheless, the scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you!
Can't learn anymore anyway, so not worth it.
Source Hunter, welcome, welcome. By all means. Of course. I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the grapevine into a rather disappointing. They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired, I say man and woman, because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic was witnessed by the few remaining patrons. It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. When finally he did, he found Jake there, dead. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. Source, no doubt. I myself have none, even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted Jake's wife Esmeralda. Now, it may well be established that she is in fact the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but let's just say that if I really thought this murder case would be so very easily resolved, I wouldn't have sent for source hunters.
What's up with the orcs?
Strangers leading orcs. Humans. But that would be like kittens leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts. A shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't know quite what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It would be wise not to dismiss such a curious event out of hand.
Sorry, sir.
Crime scene.
You think that's money, Private? Sir, no, sir. Performers, showmen, show all of them. Sight seal, what you're made of.
I go the right way. Yeah.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Fresh haddock, perfect for a fryer.
You there! A moment of your indulgence, if you please. You are the source hunter, are you not? The hero the whole of Sightseal is abuzz about. The talk... No, scratch that. It is so much more than a delight. It is an intervention of fate. Yes, that... Oh, it's not merely an opportunity. It is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to become better. To become the full extent of the promise that is locked inside of each and every one of us.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Of course I do. How could someone in my profession not?
Some could not, because they are professionals, not adventuring daydreamers.
I like the idea of putting my main characters at odds.
Clearly, two strong personalities stand before me. Two who voice their opinions with vigor when they differ. What else could I expect from... too bad your line of work comes with such measly recompense. Am I right? The wage of a mere soldier.
Well, I can't say that I haven't.
Yes, some extra gold is always welcome.
Indeed. Indeed, gold is always welcome. And among the fabulous 5, gold for... Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes.
It's better to lead than to follow. That much is true.
I disagree. I, for one, am content with my station.
You disagree with one another. But that proves you are firm-willed, that you have the minds of independence, not dependence. Admit, life's too short to spend it doing someone else's bidding. Am I right? Of course I am. And that is exactly why I am here. Why fate has put me right by the door to the King Crab, so that I could meet you. Ah, the fabulous 5. How I enjoy simply saying the words that describe the most illustrious and celebrated adventurers' guild in Riverlong. Our mission, to better the world. Our mantra, to better ourselves as we do so. To realize you'd like nothing more than to enlist, wouldn't you? Of course you would. And you can. Of course, if you still have questions, I shall answer them to the best of my abilities. But if not, of course, of course, of course. All you need to do...
Join a guild, better the world, earn a lot of gold.
Join a guild. Better the world. Earn a lot of gold. Yes, count me in.
Scatfish sees this for the pyramid scheme that it actually is.
You'd fall for this foolish scheme. Gods, you're gullible.
All right, we'll do it your
If
way.
only to avoid rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, how frightfully disappointing. How illogical and short-sighted.
What do we got? Door, please. There we go.
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. 1,000 pardons, comrade. This old bear's edgier than a dodecahedron these days. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From Academy West, aren't you? Give Captain Wartruce my regards next time you see him. Heavens haunted! That's quite a story, comrade. And come to think, see, I'm here on, well, let's call it a loan from a town to the north of here. Hunter's Edge by name. There's been an attack there, comrade. Orcs. Not your run-of-the-mill savages either, but ones who've taken dark magic to new heights. What they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say, but it's my responsibility to send them packing. Preferably with their horns in their suitcases and a knee-knocking fear of ever crossing paths with a sauce hunter again.
Sauce hunter?
I came south seeking the Legion's help, only to find it tied here in Sicil. They don't have a spare soldier to send northward, and even you wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. We don't cross paths with you Westies all that often, but it's all... Medora's the name. Retired, or so the Order keeps trying to tell me, but never out of commission. My hand to your cause and my sword... Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped my shoulder just now. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. I've been scouting Cecile for some time now, and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the Counselor. With our minds and swords in tandem, we'll make short work of the perpetrator.
Whatever happened to that trooper?
Well, you know the old expression. Two's a tea party, three's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be short work for a trained-up trio of sauce.
A fantastic plan. With 3 source hunters working in tandem, we'll put an end to all...
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in a 100-mile radius shaking in his wee
companions that I've recruited have been Bear Daughter and
Fortune
Wolfcraft,
of
so
challenging the fabled wizard
where it is
of
about.
Hunter's Edge.
It's actually just man at arms.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
It's better than nobody.
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through...
Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone, somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious. Your guess is as good as mine, my newfound comrade. Here I stood upon this tiny vestige of space and time, and there you appear. Quite good timing, by the by, because the ground here has been fast shrinking beneath my feet. But I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and hopefully all that is to be.
Why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
At last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
Out with it, Sir Imp. What exactly has happened here?
Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens, and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
That imp may be quite mad.
You looked. You saw. Terrifying, isn't... What's the portal? It's quite sprung to life, just like the long, dormant flames that decorate this observatory. After all my waiting and hoping, you, dear stranger, you must be the key. Something about your presence here is causing the end of time to grow. The true end itself to move further away. Those torches, a light! This portal active once more. It cannot be coincidence. Though I cannot say for certain, if it is what I believe, then our prayers might well be answered. In fact, every last question that ever plagued your noggin might well be answered, for I believe what lies beyond this portal is nothing other than... But why spoil the mystery? As soon as we leap through, we'll find out for certain. Goodness me, how right you are. There's so much to take in, I'd nearly forgotten. And what you saw has been haunting my mind since I first discovered it. It is the void itself. The dragon that is devouring creation. When I speak of the end of time, this is exactly what I mean. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or why, but I do know this. It's shrinking our future by the second. And if we don't stop it, it will devour the past and present as well.
You believe we are somehow connected to this plane?
It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Long have I been waiting here, hoping that one day this very portal would ignite. Then, no longer than a few mere moments after you arrive, zap it goes. The chronicler of time knows a pattern when he sees one.
Through the portal,
After you. Oh, what wonders we may find on the other side. You first, you... Yes! Just as I hoped. There she is! There it is! Come, don't delay!
And he's off! It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Jesus.
Could it be, milady? The weaver of time? Mother of history? Author of all that has ever been?
Indeed, Sir Imp. As surely as you are he who chronicles all that I weave.
Astounding! Unbelievable! I have so many questions for you, so much to ask, so much to say.
You have brought guests, I see. Strange. Very strange guests.
My reaction exactly, milady. It was their arrival here at the end of time that instigated my finding you. But why? Surely you must know.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. Tell us, how did you arrive upon this plane?
If you truly are the Weaver of Time, I imagine you already know the answer to that.
If any other being in Rivellon asked me about the details of their comings and goings, I could describe them down to the minutest of details. But you are different. Of you, I see nothing. I know nothing. So please, do tell me, how did you arrive here?
A stone zapped us here.
A stone? So... It was a stone that caused the great shock of energy that brought you here, and it infused you with new life as well. Is that so? Not like this, no. What happened to you is unique in all my work. Never had I experienced something so contrary to my nature. To weave something I had not seen, had not expected. Life does not simply spring into existence, you see. But yours has. You appeared before me from the moment you came into contact with that stone. Starstone. I now know it to be called.
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you not see all? Have you not woven all that is and could ever be into your tapestry?
Like the stones,
Your
These guys aren't giving me
guests
much of a chance to
are
say
a
anything.
mystery to me. I see them before me in this world, but their likenesses appeared not upon my tapestry until they revived the stone. Source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are inextricably linked. Why and how, I cannot say, but I do believe that finding more stones will reveal to me who you yourselves truly are.
What is the Starstone exactly? Where does it come from?
Starstone is not what it seems, Source Hunter. Its true nature must be part of a greater secret, a secret lost, even to me. Do you see what violence my work has suffered? What wounds lay upon the tapestry of time?
Mysteries of all time, gaps in history. Oh, how they've tormented me for eons.
It would appear that Starstone transforms at your touch, granting me new thread by which to mend the tapestry. Thus, it restores time itself.
I see. What the void would shrink, Starstone restores.
Yes, though I cannot explain why this Starstone is the antidote to the void's ravishment of our realm. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the true nature of these stones, the void will consume us all.
Well, we're source hunters. We're not stone seekers.
Without these stones, Hunter, there will be no Rivellon. The entire tapestry will crumble. Even this plane will fall victim to the void's insatiable hunger. For a reason I do not yet understand, you and you alone can unlock the powers within Starstone. But
Why, of course! That's what they were doing. I have recorded their doings, you see. Collectors of Starstone, more and more by the day. Now I understand. They'd keep the stones from our reach. They'd prevent the mending of time. That shall never be. As sure as Zix comes before Zax, we will put a stop to it. First we mend the tapestry, then we stop the void. Please, our most mysterious guest, are you ready? Are you willing? Will you hunt out the stones? Will you help us restore what has been lost?
I feel like if I say no, I should just get a game over screen. Oh my god.
Not a moment ago we were hunting source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it?
say what Zigzags and the Weaver will, I need more evidence before I'll buy into this wild tale.
I've got something for you.
No matter how improbable, anything is possible. If the Weaver tells the truth, we have some serious work ahead of us.
What do you think, Source Hunter? The glint in your gaze and the set of your brow suggest to me that you've not given up on our dear old Rivellon. Not just yet. No, with you searching out Starstone, I believe we'll mend the tapestry in no time. We'll find out just who you are and how exactly to send the void back to wherever it came. But you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon and this homestead, won't you? Who wouldn't want to see what fantastic changes your search will yield? And who knows what the Weaver might discover about you? Luckily, the power of portals is known to you, so I'll let you in on the little secret of how to transport back and forth from the end of time. Just, don't go sharing it around. Never know who we can trust these days. Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find, and I've a tapestry to examine. Surely there must be some clue here as to how on earth you're related to the end of time.
Alright, take it easy, Zigzags.
Before you go, Source Hunter, a final word. Once you return to Rivellon, there will be someone waiting for you. My agent, my eyes and ears upon your world. I hope he'll be able to help you as much as he can. Time, I need hardly remind you, is of the essence.